Hello everybody and happy 11/11. This is a very special crystal video for the 11/11. Now, I have got some incredibly profound, unique, hand-carved or handmade pieces to show you today. This is for the VIPs out there. This is for those that are ready to go to the next level. And I will also say, if you're enrolled or have purchased the replay of the event that I'm running tonight, the 11/11 event, the initiation, then you will also have access to a discount code. So just keep that in mind if any of these call to you. Now, these are all one-of-a-kind pieces that I'm about to showcase, but what I want to start by speaking about is Libyan gold tektite. It is the perfect stone to work with right now, and in my opinion, it's one of the ones that we should be continuing to work with as we progress through our own ascension, our own awakening, in our service. It is, of course, a meteorite that came to support Earth billions of years ago. And the magnificence, the sovereignty, the empowerment, the work that Libyan gold does is it activates and helps you embody straight away in that moment your highest divine timeline. Now, why does it do that? Well, because it activates and ascends the solar plexus, the crown, and the stellar gateway. With all that energy there, this is a stone that Golden Egypt and Atlantis, they revered. There's a scarab in Tutankhamun's sarcophagus made of this stone. It's a very, very auspicious, very powerful stone that really is unprecedented. It's not dissimilar to moldavite, whereas moldavite kind of is the alchemist stone. It's the starseed stone. Moldavite will send you out into the stars and can really discombobulate, but Libyan gold doesn't do that. Libyan gold helps you anchor, ground, and stabilize. And that is the magic of this beautiful, beautiful stone. So I'm going to start by saying that, because the reason why I love to try and acquire these, and I mean, first and foremost, I work with the only person that I've ever known or ever seen to find, source, and hand carve Libyan gold of the highest grade into skulls. So the vibration is off the charts, and these are not something that you can find anywhere else. You can't just go on Etsy or go to a crystal shop or try and find these with a supplier. You have to know the right people who can hold that frequency and also has the resources to get them hand carved. These are very, very, very special. Incredibly special. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, magic 7 things to show you here today. And I'm going to start with this little chap here. This is, once again, it's a Libyan gold skull. Now, Libyan gold is so magnificent when it's in skull form because, I mean, even just feel his vibration. The camera's struggling to actually zoom in and hold the focus on him. But this is gem quality. This is, it's AAA grade. You can have gem quality jewelry, which I also have on my website. But this beautiful guy, he's 94 carats of Libyan gold. Now, when it gets to this level of clarity, you don't measure by weight, you measure by the carats. This chap is absolutely phenomenal. I know that he will go as soon as someone sees this video. There will be more being hand carved. They're just going to be another month or so, but this one right now is the one that we have. He is just ready and waiting to join you. But just feel his vibration, feel your solar plexus open, awaken. Feel that energy. He's here to work with you to embody your monadic self, to continue to draw in the golden opportunities that you have already created. That's the beauty of Libyan gold. This is our first chap here. Next, we move on to one of my favorites. Again, Libyan gold. He's double the size, hand carved in a very unique way, this skull. And he's also been auratized, not in titanium, no, which is how most auratize, but in platinum. That's even higher frequency than gold. This chap, and when he's auratized in platinum, what that means is he can also carry the ray of the seraphim, every single color of ray. So no matter who you work with, what you work with, he's also there, able to embody source energy. There's only really a couple of crystals I know that can do this. Libyan gold is one, and Ethiopian opal is the other. But this is Libyan gold tektite, auratized, hand carved, ready to be of service. He's got such a peaceful energy, no doubt because of that seraphim influence there. And these are all on my website. But like I say, as soon as they go, that's it. They're one of a kinds. Next, sticking on the theme of Libyan gold, and I'm going to change tact a little bit, but next we have this big boy. Now he is, once again, auratized, because Libyan gold's actually, I was discussing this with my friend, it's the only crystal that we've been able to auratize and holds the auratization in the best way. It's almost like it invites it. And my friend who does this, he's the only person on the planet that is auratizing Libyan gold. He's the only person that's really able to carve Ethiopian opal. What we have here is just really exquisite. This chap, a little bit more of an investment. He is incredibly weighty. He's quite a big one. And because he's a scarab. Now, when we look at scarabs, scarabs are revered for many, many reasons, but they would take the sun, they would rebirth the sun, right? In Golden Egypt, that's what they were known for. They're incredibly lucky, incredibly auspicious. They are wonderfully potent in the sense that they are there to bring you abundance. They are there to bring you what it is that you need, resources. They're there to rebirth the parts of you that have expired, that are ready to evolve. This chap is still looking for his home as well. He's utterly phenomenal. And just to even hold him in your hand, just on that hand chakra, and to feel the energy just enter into you is just, it's actually really quite hard to find words sometimes for these beautiful crystals here. Now I'm going to change pace just a little bit, and I do want to introduce you to another skull. Now this one is in Kunzite. Now Kunzite, once again, she's weighed in carats, because Kunzite normally is a very dense, opaque block that's still quite pricey, whereas this one here, she is with her silvers, her lilacs, her whites and her pinks. This is nearly 245 carats worth of Kunzite, hand carved into a skull to hold the frequency not only of compassion, grace, as you can probably feel, Venus, Andromeda, but she's also holding that energy of beings like Hathor. We're going to be working with her tonight in the initiations, in the series of initiations that we're doing tonight. Actually, a few of these are going to make a guest appearance to help activate you and help you embody. But I just had to give her a little showcase, because the love that she emits and the divine feminine frequency, it's just so perfect to have something that is so feminine in some stones that are really can be quite masculine. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you in Libyan gold is a hand carving before I move on to two unique, one-of-a-kind handmade items, is this Ganesh. Look at how amazing this Ganesh is. Hand carved, once again, the Libyan gold is practically see-through. You can see me through that. It's very, very clear, incredibly high grade, once again, AAA grade. Oh gosh, he's just magnificent. And over 800 carats you'll be looking at with this chap. And very, very affordable as well. Have a little look on my website for that one. Once again, once he's gone, he's gone. He's hand carved. And Ganesh, of course, is the remover of all obstacles, remover of all blocks. If you think that Ganesh being carved into Libyan gold, well, that's going to be removing blocks out of your crown, your solar plexus, your stellar gateway, right? Anything that's stopping that monadic self come through to you, Ganesh is going to be removing those obstacles. Very, very, very perfect being to work with. But now I'm getting on to the thing that I'm most excited about. We have two handmade, and all of these are hand carved. They're all blessed in Glastonbury in the heart chakra. Right? They do have that connection to the cosmic heart as well because of that heart chakra to heart chakra. But first we have this awesome wand, Lemurian laser point at the very top. And you can see just by holding it and directing the energy, it shoots energy out like you wouldn't believe. It's really phenomenal. It is a little bit flabbergasting really to just hold and work with. It has a caduceus here. This is gold and silver, actual gold. We have starfire rubies in here up the handle. And we have the most ginormous piece of sugilite. Now, sugilite is another one of those ascension stones. Sugilite is one of those stones that is harder and harder to acquire. So when Gaia first gave sugilite, it was almost like whomever could find it, keep a hold of it. And it's the same with Libyan gold as well, because these are all appreciating assets. So if you acquire any Libyan gold or Moldavite or sugilite or Ethiopian opal, they are all assets. That means they're an investment that will go up in value as time goes by. So you want to keep a hold of them. And sugilite, to have a piece this big, this is what really protects your auric field. They used to say that sugilite is what formed the firmament. of Atlantis, when we lived in Golden Atlantis. Sugilite is a very, very, very amazing stone to work with. It's very grounding and it just holds your auric field so profoundly. I always wear Sugilite personally. I have a Sugilite necklace and a Sugilite ring. I always wear it. It's a power stone. And especially when you're working with other things as well, such as Lemurian or Libyan gold or Ethiopian opal. This beauty is looking for its home. Handmade in Glastonbury, one of a kind. If it calls to you, we can get it to you very, very soon. And finally, goodness me, another handmade wand. Now this one, just take a moment to just breathe this in as I show you how stunning this is. We have Ethiopian golden opal here. Now this piece alone, if you were to purchase this, it's faceted. If you were to purchase this faceted piece of Ethiopian opal, you'd be looking at well over $1,000. Easy, well over $1,000. And what I want to say first and foremost is that this has been put together with the highest quality stones, but also it's very affordable. If you were to take everything apart and sell them off individually, it would be worth 3-4 times as much as what we're actually able to offer you this for. And once again, this is one of the perks of me knowing and having a very good relationship with the creator of these items, is that not only does he sell them, yes, of course, but he lets me have them at a reduced rate, which means I can pass that discount onto you. This is the lowest price that you're going to find and the only place you're going to find Ethiopian opal, carved, stabilized, Libyan gold, gem quality or AAA grade. And then you have this rutilated quartz. Now, it is incredibly rare to get this particular type of spiral. The chap that made this, he's retired now. He's been doing it for a lifetime. The chap that made this piece of rutilated quartz, it's really beautifully gold on the end. Absolute divine golden point here. But the chap that made this is one of his last ones, one of the last crystals that he made the tip for. We're very, very lucky to have this in a wand here, and it is looking for its home. But let me just describe what we have. We've got our Ethiopian opal. Ethiopian opal holds the Christ ray. It's one of those stones that can hold source energy. The frequency is off the charts, and it's a little bit different to Australian opal, because Ethiopian opal, once again, it's another appreciating value, but Ethiopian opal is very, 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 very challenging to stabilize it. Once again, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, to find someone who has actually got Ethiopian opal. Usually it's Australian, which has got a much lower, of course, exchange for it. But Ethiopian opal, the frequency it can hold is so impeccably high that when you hold it in your hand and you direct the energy, now ones are fantastic for direct energy, for healing, for sealing, for incanting and just imbuing, invoking, all those wonderful things that we all do, especially healers, those that are channeling, those that are leading and way showing, leading the way into this new earth that we're creating. And then it goes up to this faceted gem quality Libyan gold tektite here. We have garnets, ortized quartz, another faceted piece of Libyan gold here, absolutely stunning. And this long piece of rutilated quartz with all that gorgeous rutile right at the very end, making it a golden tip. This is a Christed wand. So I did just want to show these off to you. Of course, once they're gone, they're gone. Once they found their home, they found their home. They're just phenomenal. They really are. And they are looking to be of great service. If you are someone who is feeling the call of these, there's only one of each of these items that I've shown you. You'll never have someone that can stabilize kanzai either to create a skull out of it. Once again, if any call to you, please bear in mind that if you're on the event or get the replay of the event I'm running tonight, you'll get a discount code in that event. And that discount code is worth paying the entry fee just to get the recording or just to be on that workshop webinar. But also, these are also at a lower price anyway than if they were to go to be retailed in a shop or go to auction, which is what sometimes happens with stones that are this level. But what's so incredible is that we're making them accessible for us spiritual leaders. And now, because we have the resources coming to us, we're able to accelerate even quicker and ground, stabilize, not be so thrown that we're being pulled pillar to post, but actually able to do our service and live a life as well. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening and for witnessing, and I look forward to seeing some of you in just a few minutes. So much love.